Longlegs is about a female FBI agent assigned to go after a serial killer. She's got to figure out what his motivations is and how to stop him. Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Welcome to my review of Longlegs. This is the one where Nicolas Cage plays our batshit crazy villain, which I think he's done many of those there. And is this one of these movies that's actually really good, really bad? And is this movie actually overhyped? And the first I want to talk about is when it comes to the acting in this movie, everybody acts their asses off. They're fantastic. They're great. They are terrific. They all have great chemistry with each other, and it's great to actually see stuff like that. There are creepiness and airiness throughout this entire movie. It really works. It's great to figure out if you're going to have a jump scare, and if it is coming, when is it going to show up. There's two reasons why that really worked out. The director had a vision to how to direct his actors, how to direct the camera people. The camera shots in this were so great in this, so I got to give a lot of credit to the vision of the director and what he actually told the camera people to do, and the camera people gave him exactly what he wanted, gave the audience a terrific airiness of this with a lot of great shots in this here, which was freaking awesome, and happy about that. Let's talk about a couple characters. The first one I want to talk about is Lee Harker. Forgive me for not remembering the actress's name, the main character that we follow here. I know she was in a movie called It Follows, but I actually never saw that movie, so this is my first taste of her. Boy, does she do such a great job. Someone to really latch onto as our hero, to figure out what's going to happen. And she is very intense, and the biggest reason is because she's so focused on this serial killer case of what she's going to do to figure out how to get him, no matter if it's to arrest him, to kill him. So I really did actually like that. There was even one quick scene with her and a young lady that really made me laugh. And the other character I wanted to talk about was Lee Harker's boss. He was such a great boss. I was expecting him to be that kind of cliche, I'm a dick, I don't respect you because you think you're above the law and you're going to do this, you're going to do that. No, he was actually respectful. He was very nice to her. There might have been sort of a little bit of him being a pushy boss, but I can kind of accept that a little bit more than just being a dick throughout the entire movie, and then maybe apologizing at the end of the movie saying, you know what, you were actually right all along, I am actually sorry, and I don't apologize to most people in this world, so I hope you accept my apology. And then the hero might punch the boss, that kind of thing. But I really did like this guy. I thought he was another fantastic actor in this movie. Now, this is not through the entire movie, but there are times that are gory as hell, and it is glorious to actually get that. There is one particular scene, I sunk back in my chair while this bloody scene was going on, and I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. I love this scene. At first, I didn't know for sure if I was going to like it because the way it was kind of going, and I was just like, ooh, I really am enjoying it beat by beat of what's going on in this one particular scene. I thought that was good. I really did love the throwback to the 90s. I know that sometimes that it seems like in the last 2 or 3 years they've been doing a lot of throwbacks to the 80s just because, but this was such a great throwback to the 90s. It really felt like this was a movie that could have came out in the 90s, not now in 2024, and I really did enjoy everything. Again, the vision of the director, what he wanted something that felt like a 90s movie, and he actually gave it to us, and that was really, really cool. When it came to our villain, Longlegs, I really liked the makeup on his face, of how they made him look like an older guy, made him look ugly, and I gotta give them a lot of credit to the makeup department because they did a good job to make him look horrible. I'm like, oh yeah. So I did enjoy that. And the final like is actually a little bit of a fun fact about the director here. The person who directed this movie is actually the son to Anthony Perkins. Yes, the actor who was in Psycho, Norman Bates. So I actually thought that was really cool. And moving on to the dislikes. Well, let's rip the Band-Aid off right now. I did not like Nicolas Cage in this movie one bit. I was expecting one thing, and I felt like I got a lesser Nicolas Cage than I was actually going to get in this movie here. I felt like he was wasted. I felt like he actually hardly had anything to actually do in this movie. Disappointing with his acting. There are times in this movie that he can act his ass off as he normally can. He can actually be creepy as hell. But it's only a little bit of time that actually happens there. When it comes to the dialogue, he gets shitty dialogue where the script really needed to do some rewrites to give him some better dialogue and more shit to actually do in this movie. This is not the kind of villain I want. Even for an independent movie, I'm just like, man, I still want my villain to be great and creepy, and I want that to be the best thing. And unfortunately, with Cage, I was just like, oh, I don't care. You know, no matter if he gets arrested, if he does die, whatever actually happens to him here. To answer the second question first, this movie was overhyped. Yes, I hate when they were comparing this to Silence of the Lambs and Seven, and a lot of people on YouTube, including myself, are doing that here. Yes, I could see a lot of Silence of the Lambs in this, maybe more than Seven, but of course the creepiness from both those movies really does help. If they came out and said this movie has the feel of those two, I bet you I would have enjoyed this movie a lot better. Another thing that I really did not like, about halfway through this movie, they start bringing out dolls, and they start kind of wondering about the mystery of why these dolls are in this movie here. And at first I was actually okay with it because I wanted to see where they were going to go. But after, like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, even 20 minutes into the doll story, I'm just like, okay, I may not know exactly where they're going, but I was not that interested. These dolls were not creepy like I expected them to actually be. I mean, a little bit. But that's actually where the next thing comes in, which is actually the last 40 minutes of this movie was just horrible. That, you know, I felt like that this movie just fell off of a cliff, but maybe they'll ramp it right back up for Act 3. And now, pretty much, even when they explain the villain's motivation, I felt like I was already checked out before that. Overall, disappointed with this movie. And to go with the other question, unfortunately, I would have to consider this movie a little bit more, maybe not really bad, but more bad than good, because of that last 40 minutes, kind of ruining a little bit of that first hour for me. Longlegs, I'm going to go 2 out of 4 stars. Have you seen this movie? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Give me a comment down below. We shall discuss it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.